Hey, welcome back to my channel. So as promised, I'm going to dig back into my 20 years of life to see how I trained before and how I train now. So it might come as a bit of a shock to you that I was a cardio bunny. I remember being in high school when I started running. I was never athletic at all. In fact, I was a bit of a music nerd. Yeah, big Asian stereotype right there. I remember my first runs being excruciatingly painful. From an 11-year-old kid who did absolutely no exercise, stayed on my ass for 12 hours a day, you'd imagine what that's like. My first run, I did 2.7 kilometers in roughly 13-14 minutes. Not too bad, but because I was in that much pain, I actually gave up after 19 days. It wasn't until 2014 when I got back into running again. The reason I would probably explain in another video. I remember for my birthday that year, I got a thick ass Nike sport watch that paired up with a little pill that you can insert into the sole of the shoe, and it tracks your run, how many kilometers you've run, all the stats and everything. And I thought that was pretty goddamn cool. I think it was in grade 11 when I actually made the cross country team, and I eventually ended up placing 8th out of 70 kids. So I think I got pretty far with that one. It wasn't until my final year of high school that my parents actually decided to join my sister and I up for the gym. Funny story behind why we actually joined the gym in the first place is because the gym that my mum's friend went to had half off memberships, and my mum, being the stereotypical Asian, can't resist a good deal. So whenever my sister and I had time, we would go to the gym together, do classes. She would probably do some weights and I would just be on the treadmill. In my first year of uni, that's when I sort of got a bit more into weight training, but also still kept to my cardio side. I remember seeing all this fancy new gym equipment at my uni gym, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it. Maybe it'll help strengthen my running and get me more physically fit. At that time, I was also following a few fitness influencers, and they kind of looked all curvy and all skinny and beautiful. And I thought, okay, they're strong, they can lift a lot of things. If I do the same thing, maybe I'd look like them. So I remember before every weight training session, I would do a bit of a warm-up on the cardio machines. So for lower body days, I would do elliptical, be level 15, resistance for 10 minutes, and then for upper body days I would try to get the quickest 1 kilometer I can. Now that I look back at it, it wasn't really warming up, it was more so cardio at the start of every session before I hit my weights. Depending on if I had uni that day as well, I would do a 30-minute ab session before or after my 1.5 hour weight training session. So it was a lot of training. I remember feeling so exhausted and so sore that I could barely function, but I just kept pushing through it because I thought that I looked good with my abs sort of popping out and my booty was sort of popping as well. I think it was in the last year of uni when assessments were really stressful and everything was just a bit too much that I actually started dropping the amount of cardio I did. It definitely helped with curing my exhaustion, and it definitely helped my muscles recover a little bit better. And what a shocker, it also increased my strength. It was around that time that I did mainly strength and little cardio, like maybe in the morning before uni I would actually go run with the dogs. But like I said in my last video, I had no structure in my training before I had my coach. I knew what exercises I was going to do, I just didn't know how many sets, reps, or how much weight I was going to do in those sessions. It was all determined by how I was feeling that day. Now, I couldn't find a lot of footage of how I was training before, because I was, well, still am, a shy little awkward turtle that was afraid of being judged. I started off with mainly the pin-loaded, plate-loaded machines, and then when I was at the gym, I actually observed people doing compound lifts, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna give this a go. So I haven't seen a lot of these videos since I actually took them. So this will be interesting to see how I sort of react to it now. Oh girl, my hands are so far apart. Okay, okay. Oh, that bowing. Range of depth, not that bad. Okay, what was this? This was like 15 kilos. Not too bad. The first recording of my squats. Okay, so this is 40 kilo squats. Okay, still do that little weird like okay, not as much butt wink, that's a good sign. 2, 3, 8, oh she's getting a little bit out of breath. 9, 10. 10, oh she's gone. 11, come on, 12. Yeah. Ah, look, that one's not too bad. Just had a look at like my wrist placement. It was like that. I remember getting really bad wrist pains. Oh, now I can see why. 70 kilo squats. So I think this video was taken like literally a day before lockdown, like full lockdown. Alright, okay. Alright, hand placement's not bad. She's got the knee sleeves now, she's upgraded. Okay, not bad depth. No butt wink. 3. I remember for this lift, this whole workout session, because it was the last one before full lockdown, I was like, alright, I'm gonna do every exercise that I love. So squats, sumos, pull-ups, all hip thrusts, just because lockdown was happening soon and that was like my last day to train. Be proud. Alright, now deadlifts. My deadlifts have changed since I started with my coach, so I actually now very much prefer sumos over conventionals. Before I started lifting, I would max out at like, I think 70 kilos for conventionals, and I could not go any higher. Like my weight would not move or increase. Partly because I didn't know how to actually lift properly, and that probably played a big part in like all of my back pain. Like I said, I haven't, like before lockdown, I never had a coach, so everything was like self-taught. So what is this weight? So that's 15, 17.5. 55 kilos? Wait, maths, hang on. 40, yeah, 55 kilos. Oh, God. Okay, it's not bad, but it's not great. Hip locking, Oh, she's done. And she's done. Okay, so a few things I'm doing differently now. My back is not hunched over. I don't know how I did not break my back back then. Oh my God. 70 kilos. Had to use a belt because my form was shit. And I knew that, and I was like, still gonna do it anyway, because, you know, it's gonna help strengthen my back and, you know, make me be able to lift more. Nah. so red. Oh, a little wobble. Okay, not too bad. The only thing I would probably do differently is reset at every rep. Because I'm literally just bouncing the fuck out of that weight. Okay, 70 kilo deads, 2. Side angle. Oh. Oh. Right. I'm a little bit speechless. I don't know how my back didn't break. Okay, I've got to rewatch that. What the hell was I doing? What the hell was I thinking? Like, for starters, the bar's going like so far away from my knees. My back is hunched over. It looks like I'm squatting my dead. Right. I think it was around this time that I also tried my hand at sumo dead. So this is 70 kilo sumos. It's so far apart. What, did a little butt wiggle. Okay, yet again, I'm probably going to be squatting this deadlift. Again, I did not reset at every rep. That was probably my downfall because I'm literally just bouncing the weight off the platform. Probably isn't going to do any good for my back either. But not too bad. Form overall, not too bad. Now we get into the 100 kilo sumos. Like I said, I did not have a program and I did whatever the hell I wanted to do. So that day I decided, okay, yeah, my sumos are feeling pretty decent. Worked my way up to a, I think this was a 1 rep one. Oh, no, okay. Not happening today, sis. Nope, that's fine. Just, there's more of the video. Alright, you got this. Yeah, up. There we go. Not bad. Pleasantly surprised I actually managed to lift 100 kilos with okay form. Okay. Oh. Just reset my breath at the top, no worries. Okay, she's, oh, okay. Oh, was that 4S or did I blink? Right. Didn't know I had it in me. I do not remember that. So what is that weight? So 20 kilos, 35. That's, hang on, 20, 10, 30, 45 kilos on each side. So that's 110 kilos. Oh. Alright. Okay. Oh, slight readjustment. As you do. Got a little hip dip. And she's done. Like I said, I didn't give a shit about how many reps or sets I did. So I think it comes to pull-ups now. So I remember when I first started following my coach back in, I think 2018 maybe. She was like the queen of females doing pull-ups, and I was like, yeah, I want to be like that. I want to be able to do pull-ups for days. I think this is when I first started to like use resistant bands for pull-ups, and eventually I was like, all right, I'm really hyping myself up. I'm gonna do like 1 rep, just all I'm asking is just 1 rep of a pull-up. And I think this is what comes out of it. Oh, she's got it up. Oh, she's going in for a second. She's going for a second. Oh, that's a very questionable form. But I think that's actually like my first like proper pull-up without a band that I've done. So very impressed. Okay. Oh. Yeah. This form is actually not too bad. The grip has changed, I think. No, same grip. 4. Right. Yeah, I think at this point I was getting a little bit stronger. So I used to start off every pull-up with banded ones first, just so that I can engage my lats a little bit better. So I'm pleasantly surprised that these pull-ups weren't that bad. Actually, they were pretty great. Yeah. Okay, so this was actually my weighted pull-ups. Alright, so grip inwards. Back muscles are really pulling through. Nice. Wow. I think this was about like a year into doing pull-ups. I think after 8 reps I can probably try and do some weighted ones and see if I can strengthen my body weight ones. So I think that's pretty good actually. Angle for the booty though. Nice, easy breezy. A little bit of hunch, but not too bad. Still using the momentum. Yeah, my muscles are really pulling through in this one. Look at that. Come on, one more. Yeah. You got it, you got it. There we go. Right, so like I mentioned before, I did a lot of abs. Half an hour before every weight session, or sometimes after every weight session, depending if I had enough time, I would do half an hour of abs. So it was mainly because I was at uni and I'm literally just coming from class, and I was like, okay, I gotta take my pre-workout, got 30 minutes to spare, so I may as well be active and stay active during that time. So I was like, oh, let's do some abs and, you know, get those abs popping. These are things I still do, so they're cable ab crunches. I don't use the rope anymore just because my hair, my earrings, my earphones, everything gets caught in it. Instead I use like the little V-bar, is that what you call it? The V-bars. This, again, is something that I still do. So I think these are just ab crunches. Yeah, ab crunches. Oh, you see that guy in the background there? I actually did those ones as well back at Bond Uni Gym. Like, I couldn't film it because it was just the most awkward setup that I could probably have. But basically, it's like the ones where it's on a decline and you've got the ball or weight in the hand. You come up, and then I used to do my obliques and then come back down. And I used to do them for 10 reps, and they were the most tedious things I've ever done, but they really hit my abs. So I remember seeing Alexia Clark, one of the big fitness influencers I followed at the time, doing this exercise. It was the weirdest thing to set up at first when I first did them, but it was mainly actually just quads and a little bit of obliques maybe, but I was like, okay, this is helping me somehow, like getting my abs, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. So flash forward to post-lockdown. When I signed up with my coach, I basically had to restart from scratch. So my weights, the way I lifted, everything. It was disheartening for sure because everything that I've worked up to from 2017 till 2020 was basically irrelevant now. But it was necessary. I had to embrace the initial months of lifting less than what I did and putting all my trust in my coach for her to get me back to where I was, but also better. Which leads me to today. I'm stronger than I was physically and mentally. I'm lifting with proper form and it definitely shows on my physique as well. Will I ever go back to running? Low chance, but never say never just because I'm not sure what's going to happen in the final weeks of prep. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. It did take a little bit longer to film and edit, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Comment down below on what you want to see in my next video. Maybe like a life in the day of me, or maybe what athletic wear I have in my wardrobe, maybe an athletic wear splurge. Hit the subscribe button, like this video, follow me on Instagram if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!